viewers, hello viewers. I hope everybody had a happy holidays. Anyway, this is Cynthia Michael from School Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from Rest of the Code, the Boruto View. Like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to be too hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain to adult language. If you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then you should get to watch this audio podcast recording. So, with this everything else out of the way, let's get into tonight's episode of Boruto. So, basically, we see Boruto and a bunch of people who are left, waiting for the next challenge, waiting for, just sitting there in this big white room, waiting for the next challenge to start. So basically, it turns out that Ninja Fugitive work figure out that one of the ninjas who was in the group working to Aga. So basically, instead of questioning him, like he figured out that during the first challenge that that one of the ninjas who was holding who helped capture him was working for Aga, and basically instead of just questioning him, he killed him before he even asked any serious questions about Aga. And Aga was like, damn, well, he was useful, but his usefulness had his limits though, and Aga's puppet showed up, and basically so basically Aga was like, once again we're going to do another challenge. So basically one of you guys choose for the remaining four scrolls off the table. So basically one of the ninjas, choose one of the scrolls, and all it says is light. So basically, the light challenge. So anyway, so everybody got transferred into a rat tunnel and got these special candles. So basically, Aga is saying that these candles are connected to your lives. And these are special candles. So if these candles go out, you're dead. So old man sneezed, sneezed and brought his candle, and all of a sudden he was just dead. So basically, Aga is saying that the rules are simple. The rules are simple. Like all you got to do is make it through a few rooms out of make it through some octaves for a few rooms in this challenge. And as long as you keep make sure that you keep your candle lit, but make sure that you keep your candle lit. But if you try to, you can't use. So basically, if a person dies, if your candle gets blown out, if somebody's candle gets blown out, you can't use that person's candle to, you can't relight that person's candle. So basically, explain the rules and whatnot. So basically, he gave them lanterns to put the candles in. So basically, you got to. So basically, since these are candles, they're gonna melt out anyway. So basically, you have to finish the candles before each of your candles melt down, and the light goes out. So basically, they make their way through the dark tunnel and whatnot. Meanwhile, we see Misty and Sarada, at the train station where Boruto got on the fun train and got kidnapped with him and a bunch of others and whatnot. They was asking questions, and so basically Misty and Sarada was asking questions about Boruto, have you seen this dude and whatnot. So basically the conductors who worked there said that, we don't know. So basically he might have caught the fun train that left that night. So basically too bad we don't have the the conductor who was working that night, all of a sudden he left. So basically, Miki and Sawada was wondering, it's going to have to track down the conductor who was working that night and see what happened to Boruto. So, in the real world, I think Boruto might be missing, has been missing a while in the real world. So anyway, the conductor who was working that night was spying on Miki and Shimada, and he started to get nervous, and basically he started to run, and basically turns out that Aga must have paid him for helping him catching Boruto and others on that thunder train. So basically, Miki and Shimada heard him running, and basically, they found that Aga paid him for setting up Boruto and the others who was on that thunder train and whatnot, and started to chase him. So anyway, Boruto and the others made it to another room, basically like this dungeon and whatnot. So basically, there was these big fans that started to make a dust storm. So basically, working together as a team, they managed to make sure that dust storm didn't brought their cameras and whatnot. But after the dust storm was over, one of the people's candles covered the heat of the desert room. One of the people's candles started to melt very quickly, and basically that person died. So basically they had to get through this, get to the door and get out of this desert room quick. So basically they managed to get they basically to get out of the dungeon room and got to the door and left the dungeon room, and they went to a lobby where two elevators at. So basically one group went in one elevator while the second group went in a second elevator. So I can say that these elevators will lead back to your room, but still, the state of your candles are not looking good. So basically, everybody's candle was because of the heat of the desert room. There was kind of melting where their candles were melting very quickly. So anyway, because of the heat of the desert room. So basically, it turns out that the elevators that they went on were going too slow. So basically, Aga said that these elevators will reach the top and basically will just take you back to your room and whatnot. But you guys have to last. You guys will have to last. You guys have to figure out how to keep your candle lit until you guys reach the top. So basically, these elevators were going slow, and that's when both those groups said that members said that Aga said that I remember what Aga said. So basically, what if we combine our candles together? Into one candle, and basically that way we would all still be alive. So basically, Boruto was following the specific rules that that Aga said about the sheriff. He said we can combine our candles together to form one candle. So basically, that's what Boruto's group did. As for the fugitive walks, As to the fugitive works, the Ninja Fugitive Works team, he ended up carrying the two civilians in his team. It took their channels, had the same idea, or kind of had the same idea as Boruto's team, and ended up carrying the two civilians, and in the elevator and whatnot, and a bunch of ninjas and whatnot. So basically, took their cannons around. So anyway, both groups made it to the top, got out of the elevator and made it to the top and whatnot. So basically, Aga said that you're very good. Basically, it's only 9 of you guys left. So basically, it's just a few ninjas, a monk, it's just a few ninjas, a monk, and a rich guy with a briefcase. So basically, it's 9 people left. So basically, there are 3 chances. So basically, you guys go back to your room, and and rest up for the next challenge. Meanwhile, Sarada and Miki was chasing the conductor guy, was chasing and following the conductor guy, and basically they got to the tunnel where the fun train that Boruto and the others got captured in and whatnot. So basically, the conductor guy like, started to freak out and whatnot. And like, I know I'm in big trouble and all. The money was just too good. I needed to know, and he needed a couple of spirits and all. So basically, before Sawada and Miki got more answers out of the conductor, the conductor went into the train tunnel that was covered, that the thunder train went through, and the people got casted by, and started to was covered with paper bombs inside, and the conductor got blown up, and basically Michi and Sawada were at a dead end because their only lead got killed in this explosion in this train tunnel, and basically that's how the episode ended with Michi and Sawada wondering and hoping that Boruto and the people who was on that funny train are okay. Whoever has them doing all these type of spirits. Whoever has them running, Boruto and the people on that thunder train is okay, and basically this is how the episode ended on that note. So anyway, this was a good episode. Anyway, what do you guys think? Good, bad, or just okay? Anyway, so you are. One.